Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where you're joining us from today. My name is Suhab, and I've been with DigitalOcean now for several years and in the hosting space for well over a decade. Today, I have the pleasure of introducing you to Cloudways, the managed hosting division of DigitalOcean. Over the next 15 minutes, I'll be sharing how we help customers grow and scale with our managed hosting solutions, as well as share some new and exciting product announcements. A quick introduction for those of you who are new to Cloudways. We provide a simple yet powerful platform for multi-cloud application hosting and management. Traditionally, web hosting buyers make trade-offs between price, complexity, flexibility. Cloudways solves this problem by eliminating unnecessary overhead and technical complexity while providing a selection of flexible hosting options that cater to the needs of a broad set of customers. The Cloudways platform is ideal for customers who are looking to run WordPress, Magento, Laravel, and PHP-based applications. Along with simplified server provisioning and launch, we also provide services that cover common developer and agency workflows, a suite of add-ons from partners within the WordPress ecosystem, third-party integrations, and DIY tools to enable customers to easily host, deploy, and manage solutions. The Cloudways proposition is built on these core foundational pillars: a choice of easy-to-use hosting options with incredible performance, reliability, and unparalleled flexibility. All wrapped around this is our 24/7 expert support that gives customers peace of mind. Unlike many other hosting provider options in the market, we give customers access, choice of cloud provider and application type, and complete control over their settings without setting limits on applications per server, site visits, or the types or total numbers of plugins deployed. Our customer base consists of SMBs, startups, entrepreneurs, and content creators, as well as digital agencies and e-commerce store owners. The common thread among all these users is the desire for high-performance tools, workflows, and world-class support to help them manage their web presence while keeping costs affordable. Customers come to us with the knowledge that we're here to help them deliver exceptional digital experiences with ease and efficiency. So how we deliver on this brand promise is through a suite of complementary solutions, one of which is Cloudways Autonomous, our true auto-scaling solution. We built Autonomous for a segment of customers who wanted simplicity in how we solve the challenge of unpredictable web visitor traffic surges. These customers didn't want the hassle of needing to choose a cloud provider, determine the location of the servers, estimate what server capacity was required, manage configurations, or set up caching just to be able to respond to traffic surges. So in the spirit of the core value of simplicity, we wanted to make sure that a true auto scaling is offered at a great price point so customers don't need to worry about their infrastructure and app scaling costs spiraling beyond their means. In the simplest terms, Autonomous, like its name, takes care of all the infrastructure and its management while also managing the traffic volume a website receives. It's highly available with pre-configured auto-scaling, Cloudflare Enterprise, and Object Cache Pro all built in. Our users love it for the ease of setup, but don't take my word for it. We'd like to introduce you to the experience and so you can watch the product in action. So I'm going to invite one of our engineering leaders, Ayaz, to show you more.
Thank you, Sahib, and hello, everyone. So, one of the core features of Autonomous is its ability to provide seamless auto scaling for your applications. And the way it works is that as traffic to your application continues to grow, it automatically, behind the scenes, seamlessly scales out your application in order to address that traffic. And what this means is that, depending on the guardrails that you have in terms of the auto scaling limits, within those limits, the amount of traffic that you get your application continues to serve, and it does not go down without degrading its performance. The best way for me to talk about auto scaling on Autonomous is to show you the auto scaling in action. So here we have a load test that we are performing across two applications. On the right side, you have the application that's hosted on Autonomous, and then you have the same application hosted on a similar size server on the left screen. And this load test is performed against both of these applications with the same number of concurrent users and the same number and the same total time for that load test. So one of the things that you would notice as this test progresses is the way applications on each of those instances react to the number of concurrent and new users that are hitting these applications. One of the things that you would notice is on the autonomous side, there are these bumps in the response time that you notice. And these bumps, very small ones, are the ones where autoscaling kicks in behind the scenes, and it actually scales out your application when it sees that there's more traffic coming in order to be able to handle that traffic. Now, keep in mind that autonomous applications are optimized to save on resources. So if there's no traffic, they're running on very low resources, which is why you see a scaling event happen very soon after the load test. And right after the spike, you will notice that the response time stabilize and go down to their usual self. Then you have another spike and then it stabilizes. But when you compare both of these load tests, the first thing that you notice is on the server test, the response time gradually climbs up. By the time the load test ends, it has actually climbed up to a value that is not acceptable for this application. But on the other hand, when you look at autonomous, the load time very steadily grows, the response time that is. And by the time the load test is completed, the average response time is well within acceptable limits for this application, which means that throughout this load testing exercise, the autonomous application was able to handle the load pretty well, and it was able to seamlessly auto scale that application out, and make sure that the application does not go down or does not degrade in terms of performance. Another thing that you would notice is the number of successful requests served by the single server application is pretty low compared to autonomous, which is pretty high. And obviously the amount of data that was sent back is also pretty high. And this is one of the advantages of autonomous, is that you don't have to do anything. After you have set up the application and taken it live, it will continue to scale as traffic comes in. And this auto scaling framework comes at a beatable price. And if you combine that with features like Cloudflare Enterprise and Object Cache Flow, which are enabled by default, this makes for a very compelling hosting platform to host your auto scaling applications on. That would be all. Back to you, Suhaib.
Thanks, Ayaz. I'd like to take a minute to illustrate how autonomous is helping real-world customers. Local & Company are a web development, design, and marketing agency based out of Cape Town, who deliver projects for a broad array of customers. One of their e-commerce clients, Hydraulics, a high-profile athleisure fashion brand native to South Africa. The brand was having issues with their online store, which often experienced up to 20% downtime, especially during busy sales periods. Integration with their retail point of sale system was also slowing down transactions, sometimes by more than 4 minutes. When they shifted to autonomous, the brand was able to improve the performance of their website to 0% downtime, with connections to their POS system taking less than 10 seconds to integrate. This is just one really great example of how we're focusing on performance and ease of use while helping our customers succeed. And now I'm excited to share some of the work we've been doing behind the scenes with AI. Just like we did with autonomous, our focus has been on identifying opportunities where we can not only simplify, but meaningfully enhance the customer experience. And we believe AI can be a game changer for how we enable our users to achieve greater efficiencies. We recognize that SMBs and solopreneurs are often underserved and lack the skills needed to fully leverage the potential of generative AI technologies. Our vision for Cloudways AI is to help democratize access by taking the most meaningful components of Gen AI and using these capabilities to make it easier for our customers to run and grow a business using our platform. By focusing our AI strategy on where we can remove points of friction and automate repetitive, tedious tasks, our goal is to accelerate go-to-market for Cloudways users and help our customers achieve productivity gains. And how we plan to do it is with products like this. Today, I'm delighted to announce that we're launching the first product in our Cloudways AI suite, Cloudways Copilot. And here's why. Customers come to us because they know that we're the subject matter experts that they can rely on. We believe their focus should be on their business, thinking about how to operate successfully without being concerned about the underlying technology or whether it will scale without breaking as they continue to grow. Today, the reality is this. Websites are becoming complex, and so is the kind of traffic and attention they're getting. As businesses attract more traffic and they continue to grow, They run into issues with their applications and the underpinning technology stack used to serve customers. Sometimes things can go wrong when you experiment with different website tools as well. These issues can be complex in nature and require deep troubleshooting to find the root causes. Doing this not only requires technical knowledge and domain expertise, but it also requires time and patience. And that's been a long running cause of frustration for our customers who just want to be guided on how to fix these issues. That's where Copilot comes in. I'm inviting Ayaz back to take us through a demo.
Thank you again, Suhaib. I am excited to show you a glimpse of what we have been working on in this fast moving space. So, Cloudways Copilot is designed to cater to two broad categories. The first one is trying to find root causes of issues that can cause your application to slow down and actually go down, and then make recommendations on how to fix those problems and avoid them in the future. The other category is where it provides you a conversational prompt or a window where you can ask Copilot to do stuff on your behalf. So there are things that our customers right now do repeatedly on our platform across applications and across servers. With Cloud-based Copilot, they would have the ability to be able to automate that right away by giving human commands and asking Copilot to do that on behalf of them. The first thing that I want to show you is what we call the AI insights. And what this does is that right now, if you use Cloudways and certain events happen in your application, such as when your application starts to slow down and then it goes down, our monitoring systems raise an alert that eventually bubbles up and shows up into your email or any other integrations that you may have with our cloud-based bot. Now, these alerts can tell you that your web stack is down, your website is down, but today it does not give you any insights into what actually caused it to go down, and absolutely does not tell you how to fix those. With the power of AI, we are now making our cloud based bot even more intelligent by providing insights into specifically what caused your web stack to go down and what recommendations that you can follow in order to fix those problems. So this is an email that Cloudways bot sends, and it shows you that the web stack on your application has gone down. Now, with the power of AI and Copilot, Cloudways Copilot, we are able to actually drill down into the specific root cause for this uh, web stack down issue. Now, in this case, this is a WooCommerce application that has a pretty big table and it gets a lot of queries on that table. So the database queries, because the table is not indexed, takes a lot of time. When they take a lot of time, the CPU hikes up, the response time goes down, it actually goes up, and more queries get stuck on the database end. When these queries get stuck, eventually what happens is that there are timeouts that get kicked in, and these bubble up across your web stack. And eventually, the end result is that you get the impression that your web stack first starts to slow down, and then eventually it starts to go down. So, because Cloudways Copilot now actually has access to all your logs, all the different metrics that we have, all the monitoring data. It has access to the process table. It has access to all the slow database queries, all the slow PHP queries, and other stuff. It is able to make sense of what exactly is the root cause and how to make fixes in order to avoid this. Once you click on the Take Me There button, you get logged into our platform, and then you land into what we now have a new incident response or an incident page, which shows you all the open high priority incidents on your applications and your servers. From here, you can take a look at what those incidents are. And when you click on any one of those, you get a widget that opens up where Cloudways Copilot gives you the insights on what exactly caused those to go down. So it gives you the insights on what actually caused the problem to happen and makes recommendations on how to solve those, and also provide links to KB articles where you can get more information on how to do that. This obviously is a class of problem that is difficult to debug. So today, if this happens with your applications, you have to spend a lot of time trying to figure out what exactly is the root cause and then figure out how to fix it. With Cloudways Copilot, as it continues to learn again and again, it can take a very small amount of time to be able to figure out what the actual root cause is and make recommendations that are best fit for solving this problem. So the next use case that I will demo is the Cloudways Copilot's ability to be your virtual assistant in order to perform tasks across the platform. So we have customers who do a lot of different actions on the platform across multiple servers and multiple applications, and they have to do them repeatedly because there's no way at the moment to automate them on the platform. This is obviously redundant, it wastes a lot of time, and it's also error prone because you could end up performing that application across a different server and you're doing it across multiple servers. So with Cloudways Copilot, now you have the ability to provide human commands to the Copilot and make it understand what actions you want to perform. So by giving it, human uh, commands, it can be controlled to perform actions on behalf of you. So in this case, we have an action where customers flush the varnish cache a lot across different servers. And with Copilot, you can just simply tell it in human language and say things like, please clear varnish cache on all my servers. And Copilot is smart enough to figure out all the servers that you have available. It will list down the servers that it has selected for you based on what you have asked it. And then it asks your permission to go ahead. Once you do that, it is going to one by one clear varnish cache on all of your applications or your servers that you have selected. Now, this is not limited to just doing one specific action across all servers. You can perform any of the supported applications across one application, across one server, across two applications, two servers, or as many as you like, as long as you specify explicitly on the platform over here. And the bot, the Copilot is able to actually find out what exact application that you were referencing. And then as soon as you give it a go ahead, it's going to go ahead and perform this application, so this action. And this is going to save a lot of the redundant time that's spent doing all of this one by one. And eventually, this is something that is going to create a lot of value for a customer. So this is first in line of a number of different things that we are planning to launch later this year. And these are designed to help customers with the workflows that they have, with the automations that they would be looking for in order to make their experience on the platform as seamless, as simple, and as easy as possible. Thank you. Back to you, Sahib.
Thank you again, Ayaz, and thank you to everyone who took time out to join our session. I hope you found the content presented helpful in understanding how we're thinking about our managed hosting business as we continue to focus on helping customers succeed. We do have a special offer for Deploy attendees today. All you need to do is scan the QR code on the screen and head over to the Cloudways website where you can claim 30% off your managed web hosting plan. Thank you again for joining today, and I wish you all a productive rest of the day.